Before the Salem Red Sox put on their gloves and play at Salem Memorial Ballpark, let's dive into the WSLS Video Vault. Revisit the original Municipal Stadium, once home to Salem's minor league baseball team, the Salem Rebels. After their first season, the team would be managed by Dorton, referred to as Larry. Dorton would hold that job until 1959. Previously, Dorton worked for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He also played AAA ball as a catcher for the Pacific Coast League.
Larry, how many pitchers will you carry on the Salem roster this season? Well, Ed, I plan to carry at least 8 and possibly 9. It depends. Right now, we're top-heavy in outfielders and first base. We have 4 first basemen and 7 outfielders. Larry, how about some of the problems of a manager in this all-rookie league? Problems have come up tremendously. The kids seem like they have to wait and ask or wait to be told everything. They don't make a move unless you tell them. They're kind of bashful about doing anything on their own. How about homesickness? Well, I had a boy flew up from Texas. He spent one night here, and the next morning he was gone without me seeing him, so that was the first boy I had to get homesick. Larry, during the season, do you plan to hold daily workouts with your team, or will they just play the ball games and get their practice that way? No, we figure in the 10-week schedule, the ball games will not be enough, and we're going to try to work them. There'll be somebody at the park working every day, not every boy every day, because we're afraid we might burn him out. But I'll platoon them with my infielders out one day, my outfielders the next, and then split them up in that order.
The team was managed by Alex Cosmetus from 1962 to 1963. Cosmetus would later face off against Salem in 1968 when he managed the Lynchburg White Sox.
I think so, Bill. It's early yet, and it's hard to say exactly what kind of ball club I have, but the boys came north in shape, and we have pretty good pitching staff, and of course some of the hitters, I don't know exactly what I do have, but time will tell, Bill.
Well, you managed here in Salem in the early part of the 60s. That was in the Appalachian League.
Well, that was a rookie league, Bill. I was here in 62 and 63 with the Giants.
And now you're at Lynchburg, and of course, how does the big jump compare? How do you look at the differences in ball playing?
Well, I've managed in what they call D leagues before. This is actually my 5th year of managing. 2 years I was in the rookie league, but the Carolina League is a good league, Bill. It's one of the best testing grounds for a young ball player. As you know, Pittsburgh had some fine boys at Raleigh last year. Money, the shortstop, he's playing for the Phillies. I think he helped win the opening game with a double. And he was a fine ball player, and they had some real good boys over there, and you have some good boys here. The Carolina League produces some real good ball players, Bill.
I would imagine that I'll have some opportunities to manage someplace. Probably some organization, someplace will come along, give me some calls this winter about managing, but I'm not particularly interested in leaving the Pittsburgh organization. I think they got some fine young players, and I think their history is going to be in the future. And they have some fellas that need a little bit of developing, but can come on to be some super players, and I'm real interested in staying with them. But this is like any other business. If somebody comes along and offers you a little better job and a little better position, why, naturally I'd think about it before leaving the organization. But if it was a good organization with people right, I'd probably go ahead and go if it was the right level.
Before sadly losing Rebels manager and professional third baseman Don Hoke too soon at the age of 41 due to a heart attack, Salem would find none other than Chuck Hiller, the first National League player in the World Series to swing a grand slam.
Well, I think it's a lot like we thought it would be. I think the boys are doing an excellent job. Everyone is hustling. I think this is a tribute to all my players. They're working hard and doing a real good job.
During Hiller's first and only year with the team, he would lead Salem against Cosmetus and the White Sox in the season's opening game and win 3-1. On top of that, Hill would lead the Rebels as far as they would ever go in the playoffs.
Well, it was big. The score was big. It was a good game. We had a lot of hits. A lot of them were on the cheap side, but you have to remember J.D. Barnett pitched a shutout, pitched a real good game. I think the club as a whole is playing very well now, and I believe all my boys want to win this thing real bad.
Before changing their name to the Pirates, the Rebels would find their final manager in Tim Murtaugh. professional catcher and son of Pittsburgh Pirates infielder and manager Danny Murtaugh.
Pitching and speed are our best assets right now. We've got in our own Salem ballpark. It's made for our type of ball club. We've got a lot of ball players that have the power to hit the home runs in this ballpark, but the other parks are a little bit too big for most of the ball players. But our home ballpark makes anyone in our lineup a threat to break a game open at any time.
No matter the team's name, minor league baseball has always been a large part of Salem, if not Roanoke County as a whole. With a fresh season upon us, it won't be much longer until the crack of the bat is heard again in Salem Memorial Ballpark.